guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Abrianna, but I also go by Bree. Today's video is just going to be a little bit of a life update. You're also going to see me make lasagna and a juice recipe for my kids. So right now I'm starting out with my espresso and a little bit of a fun story. This espresso machine, I got it for $10. I got it on Black Friday. So where I live close to Amazon discount bin stores, which is like they get Amazon returns or they get returns from other stores and then they sell it. And then each day is a price. So Friday is like $10, Saturday is 7 or 8, whatever, and then it keeps going all the way down until Wednesday, and then by the time you get to Wednesday, everything's a dollar, which it's really cool because even though I got this on Black Friday, the store is always like that. So even if I went on a Friday now, I would still get something for $10. But this espresso machine was specifically advertised on Facebook, and I had gone to that store that day specifically for this. So I just thought it was cool that I got the espresso machine. I was eyeballing. So, if you're paying attention, I did mix mocha, like the rest of that mocha drink, with my espresso because there was only a little bit left, so I figured, why not? But this was a really good drink. My go-to espresso right now is 2 shots of espresso, a tablespoon of brown sugar, and then ice and almond milk. And that's like my go-to drink, unless I have a mix. So as you can see, my kitchen is very dirty. I'm a person who cooks a lot of their food from scratch. Also, I've been trying to cut back on my eating out, so that is why I'm making lasagna. I'm even gonna, I'm like making a double recipe so that I can put one of the lasagnas in the freezer. And I got an Instacart order for these groceries, but the store was out of mild Italian sausage. So I had to use breakfast sausage, which I feel like the flavor is just maybe a little bit different, but it came out really good. But I did have to season it like very strategically so that it didn't taste like breakfast sausage. So I guess now is when we will get into the life update. So, like I said, my name's Abrianna and I go by Bree. I am a 28-year-old mom of two. Since the last time I was on YouTube, I actually had another baby. He's a boy, and right now he's 10 months old, which it's really cool because me and my husband, we wanted a girl first, and then we wanted a boy, so we got everything we wanted. But I'm like back to going into the toddler stage, so that's just takes some readjustment. But I felt like it was time to get back on YouTube and try to start growing my channel. Another really big important fact about me, and probably the most important, is that I am Christian. And while I was gone, I did find a new church and I rededicated my life to the Lord. And so that has also been a really big part of the last 2 years since I have been off of YouTube. The gap between pretty much postpartum with my daughter and then becoming pregnant with my son. It was about a 3 year gap, but in that gap, I struggled really heavily with alcohol consumption. And so, as soon as I got pregnant, I had to stop drinking, and that just sent me into a spiral. And the only place I knew where to run was to the Lord. So, I found the church that was closest to me, and I just kind of went all in. And my life has looked a lot better ever since. And even this postpartum period, I'm now 10 months postpartum, and this postpartum has been 1,000 times better than my first postpartum. This channel I even started because I was so severely depressed with after having my daughter. And then a lot led into that. Part of it has to do with the fact that my husband is a truck driver, so I was solo parenting for the first time. I had no community, I had nobody to help me, and it was really hard learning how to do it all by myself. And so I do still solo parent a lot, but I'm a lot better at it now, and I'm a lot better mentally, and that is like by the grace of God, completely, 100%. I never could have healed myself or gotten out of my depression if I did not run to the Lord. And so He 100% gets all the glory for the way that I am now. So right here I am just going to clean up the counters a little bit so I can have a clean workspace. I am really just putting the rest of these dishes right on that pile, and then that in that bottle is like a vinegar and water solution. And if you stick around to the end of the video, I will show you how you can make like a smell good vinegar. Like I was saying earlier, the sausage that I got for this was a breakfast sausage, so I am seasoning it really well. It came out tasting really good. Also, I want to go ahead and preface, I do not know how to make lasagna. Okay, guys, you guys are gonna see how I put this lasagna together. I was doing this with no recipe. I was just like, oh, lasagna should be easy. Well, it didn't come out cheesy at all, and I feel like that was because I used cottage cheese. I have a friend who made me a lasagna when I was postpartum, and she used cottage cheese instead of ricotta, and I am just not a ricotta fan. I don't like the sweetness of it. I just don't like it. So I tried that with this lasagna. I used ricotta cheese, but I doubled everything in the recipe except the cheese, and that I think is where I made my mistake. I didn't get two cottage cheeses, I only got one. So while the lasagna did come out tasting really good, it was not as cheesy as a normal lasagna is. So this is what I was talking about with the cheese mix. I just did not have enough of that ricotta cheese, but it's fine. It still came out really good, and we still made enough to put one in the freezer, and me and my kids still ate it. So, but getting back to my life update, I will say one of the biggest differences that I had with my postpartum with my daughter and then postpartum with my son is with my daughter, I was able to intermittent fast. I dropped a ton of weight and it didn't even impact my milk supply. Both of my kids are breastfed, so I breastfed my daughter for 18 months and my son, he's 10 months and we're still going strong. But with him, I tried to intermittent fast kind of like a couple weeks out the gate, maybe like 6 to 8 weeks out the gate, and it impacted my milk supply heavily, to the point where I mean the doctor was so concerned about his weight gain, he was almost failure to thrive, and so I had to stop intermittent fasting pretty much immediately, and once I did, and I added more calories back to my diet, and I started pumping. I did have to pump with him. Then my milk supply finally went up and his weight gain became steady. So I mentioned that because I do want to start focusing on my weight loss journey. At some point, I'm not really rushing. As soon as I gave birth, I did lose about 30 pounds, but obviously, I want to lose a lot more than that. And so let me know if you guys are interested in seeing videos where I post my what I eat in a days or where I just kind of document my weight loss journey after having a baby. And I know it's very big on social media right now, like the snapback culture, and your girl did not. She did not snap back. Like with my daughter, I felt like I like at least got halfway there really fast. So with my son, it's been taking a lot longer. So I have started like going back to the gym and stuff, but I have a lot of weight to lose, and I don't know. Just let me know if you guys want to see it. So right here it is either the next day or a couple days later, but my kitchen is clean, so let's all just clap our hands for that one. But in in the kitchen on this day, I was going to be making some juices. I had an idea of making like three or four different juices, but the truth is, after I did this one, my kids woke up from their nap and I was already so tired. So I kind of just let it go. So this is the recipe that I had found on Pinterest. It's an immunity boosting juice that I wanted to make specifically for my kids. This summer, they have had really bad allergies. I don't know why. We've never experienced it before. So it's my 3-year-old daughter. We went to the doctor, and the doctor said she has allergies. And then my son, they said that he just keeps getting like sicknesses every month pretty much, and it's really common for his age. So there's no medicine that I want to give him, so I figured I would try and make a juice to boost everyone's immune system. And really fun fact, that juice maker I also got from that Amazon bin store on Black Friday, and I paid $10 for that too. So I really recommend you guys, if you have an Amazon bin store close to you, go check it out because they have such good stuff. And even though it's Amazon returns, the quality of the items, it looks like they're brand new. Like this juice machine, you'll see it in a minute. One of the side piece is broken. I don't remember if I bought it like that or if I broke it while storing it. But even when you go to the store, like some of the boxes will have the return tickets on there, and you'll see why the item was returned. So it's a really good store, and if you have something like it by you, I would really recommend that you go check it out. Even checking it out on the $1 and $2 days is worth it because I have found like party supplies there, like, the 50 pack of cups and plates and napkins for like $1. So it's a really good store, and I love it. So the recipe for this juice was 4 large carrots, 7 peeled oranges, 2 cored apples, pinch of turmeric, and a pinch of ginger. I did debate on adding the ginger just because I knew it would make it a little bit spicy, and my daughter doesn't even eat ketchup because she thinks it's spicy. So the goal was to get her to drink this, but I did go ahead and add the tiniest piece of ginger I could possibly put in there, but I did not add any of the turmeric. I think I forgot, honestly. But when we tasted the juice, it was really good. I tasted it, and it tastes like there's a hint of carrot in there, but the orange overpowers it. So I liked it, my daughter liked it, my husband liked it, and we gave some to our 10-month-old. He liked it also. So this one was a really good juice recipe. I do want to try another recipe with those pineapples that I have there, and then I have some cucumber. I haven't made one yet, but when I do try it, I will either film it and show you guys, or I'll just let you know how it tastes. So right about here, this is when my daughter woke up from her nap, and I tested out the juice immediately on her. She loved it. I poured some in her cup. She doesn't even know she's drinking carrots. I love this so much. This mom thing is so fun. But I actually am happy that I only did one juice recipe this day because we still have that juice in there, and it's been like 4 or 5 days since I made the juice, which we will go ahead and drink it up, but that way I'm not wasting a whole bunch. So this is the recipe I was talking about where you can make your own vinegar that smells good. Pretty much I just took those orange peels, stuffed them down in a mason jar, and I'm going to pour vinegar over it, making sure that it covers all of the orange peels. And then you close it up and you let it sit on your counter for however long you like. I have done as long as 2 months before, but the longer you let it sit, the more saturated that smell will be. And this was the end of the video, you guys. Thanks so much for hanging out with me and getting to know me. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.